You can see a little bit of metal shavings on here. See how easily they push around? That's how weak the detent is on this. I don't know. It needs neodymium magnets on here, neodymium magnets. Would I repurchase the 90-pound sets and the stand? Being as I fabricate shit, I got the stand at a good deal. Would I repurchase the stand if I had time to fabricate it? Hell no. That stand is a piece of shit. Now, the kettlebell, the Power Blocks kettlebell, would I repurchase it? I don't know. That's a tough one. I personally don't use it. The wife uses it. The son uses it. And my four-year-old daughter uses it. It goes up to 20 pounds. Yeah, I'll probably get it again. Just old standard kettlebell. Dude, I love the hell out of those. All right, this is a bender. I use this to bend a lot of stuff in the shop. It is a Harbor Freight or Hurlball Freight. What are my thoughts on it? Okay. Well, compared to some of the other benders on the market that's in this class, it's just as good as they are. Okay, there's a couple things that I didn't like about it. The radius that's bent here isn't really that great. You had to, whenever I put it together, you had to tighten it down. You come with a shim. You had to tighten it down to get the actual radius that it should have been bent by from the factory, blah, 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 blah. I've used the absolute hell out of this thing. We are getting some wear and what's called galding. For all of you nerds out there that are into metal and whatnot, galding is something that you get in situations where you have metal on metal. Yeah, I'm getting some of that here, but I have literally made thousands upon thousands of things with this. So, not that bad. All right, so now let's go to this ladder here. We're just going to walk around the shop and look at a little bit of everything. According to the camera, I've got 29 minutes of record time. I've got one of those Gorilla ladders as well. Yeah, I like these things, man. They're pretty cool. Now, let's go to the first big piece of equipment. This conveyor system, this damn thing, I know you guys are going to think, what the hell is that? I think I gave $700 for that conveyor, that little damn section. It was made by a company in Georgia. It is American made, American product. It works. Not more there's a lot to a conveyor like this. All right, I'm going to tell you a little bit of explanations of things. Whenever you've got a piece of metal that's really long, expanded out this piece of conveyor, if your rollers are off, then it throws your metal off, because your metal, instead of being cut at a 90 from this, like cut up and down this way from here, your metal will be kicked sideways. It'll throw your cut off. So that's why I chose to give more for the conveyor. And I not only got this one, I've got another $1,200 worth of conveyor laying outside the damn shop getting rained on. But having your rollers and everything being nice rollers and your conveyor section being nice, that way you don't get some of these off cuts. It saves you a ton of time in your fabrication. Would I buy this thing again? Hell yeah, but in this shorter section, I would not buy the whole 15-foot section that I bought before. This section here is 5 foot. If I get metal cut in half, which I typically do, then, and most places will cut metal in half one time for you without too much of a problem, then with the width of my saw here, it's worth it. Okay, 5 foot, your saw It makes sure that your metal don't go ka-ching and lean up because you got more hanging off the back dangle side of it than you do the saw. Yeah, I do that. All right, now let's get to the saw. This is a Sabre saw. Purchased that saw. It was only used for like a month whenever I got it. There is a big difference in made in Taiwan versus made in China. Okay, most people overseas. There isn't anyone that makes these anymore in the U.S. What the hell? Yeah, seriously. You cannot buy an American-made saw in the U.S. Let that sink into your noodle for a second. If we should ever go to war with a country in Asia or one of our countries like that, and they said, okay, we're not going to sell you any more saws, we wouldn't have a place to cut a damn piece of steel. Seriously, that's how freaking crazy it is. Taiwan, I chose the Taiwan because they make better products than Chinese products. Anytime you have a choice to make between a Taiwan product or a Chinese product, choose the Taiwan product. It's a better product. Okay, that's not just me talking about, you know, they're an American ally, blah 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 blah. No, they make better shit. Period. This saw is made in Taiwan. Have I had to do anything to it? Yeah. Had to replace the motor. I ordered that motor. My dumbass should have just got it from TSC. But once I replaced the motor on it, then it was way better. Now, I kept the other motor. I plan on sometime in the future doing a video because I've took the motor apart. I can actually rewind the armature on the motor and make the motor work again. That motor, fracking blah. I think it's like $300, $400 for the damn motor. Now, all of the pneumatic stuff I've added myself. This is a Parker switch. Some people it's called a switch. It's actually a vacuum switch. You could read the top of that. Guess what? You can't read shit there. This is a switch. Got a deal on those. Guy that made parts for the NFL. I made equipment for him, and guys, I'm not making this up. Dude, I got these from, made equipment for the NFL. He ended up having a project he was making these for. He ordered a case of them for the same price he could order one. So this dude ordered 20 of these Parker switches for the same price he could order one for. I bought the 19 off of him. Yeah, go figure that. Anyway, Sabre saw. I'd say the same brand is probably, you know, made by a little bit of everybody. Pretty good overall. The pneumatics, if you're doing a lot of cutting, man, fix you up a pneumatic system to clamp it and everything. You've got a 4-inch cylinder there. That's the bore size of the cylinder. It works great. 1.5 inch to lift with. That's not overpowered, so you don't have to worry about jerking a saw around or anything. I've got, gee whiz, I'm gonna have to try to struggle to stand up on this one. There's a metered in and a metered out whenever you're dealing with hydraulics or pneumatics. This is actually a hydraulic valve that I'm using for a pneumatic purpose. You've got to meter your in. Hydraulics, you can meter your out or your in. Pneumatics, you need to meter your in. So, yeah, that's what that is. Computer, piece of shit. All right, Torchmate. Whoa! What are we going to talk about, Torchmate? So far, I don't like it. Why don't I like it? Well, Flash Cut makes some really good systems, and they are less problematic. Lincoln bought Torchmate, and if you're going to do a CNC, I can't honestly say, let me switch hands, I can't honestly say what the Torchmate system's like now that Lincoln owns them. This is a legacy system, and I've had a lot of trouble with it. Torchmate support, honestly, guys, have been really good. I can't complain about this. This whole thing was purchased new. This was a kit. A lot. Okay, guys, let's be absolutely honest. Let's don't try to play like we're smarter than we really are. We all use the Google. And whenever you're searching for a solution, the first thing that you're going to do is probably into the Google. Whenever I searched for some of my intermittent signal generator problems that I was having with this in Google, I got no good answers. And I had to fall back on my IT days back whenever I was living in Nerdsville. And one of the things I noticed is whenever my signal generator was working, that I'd see the lights slightly dim. And that to me was a indication that I was having power supply problems, low voltage drop. So that was either my receptacle had too many things on the circuit, dropping the voltage, 2.4 from the transformer, blah, 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 blah. Or the simple little $20 power supply was going bad. $20 power supply, literally hours upon hours of trying to troubleshoot this thing for a really simple power supply problem that was nowhere in the issues whenever I went to look through Google, looking through their troubleshooting issues. So, I don't know. I'm using a downdraft system. So, why am I using a downdraft, and what the hell is this? All right, built all this myself. This is a downdraft, and I'm using a Hypertherm PowerMax 1000 G3 series power unit for the plasma. So, what's going on with the downdraft? Why am I using a downdraft system versus we'll talk about the Miller Elite hoods in a minute. Why am I using that versus a water table? All right, first of all, numero uno, I'm more familiar with a downdraft system than I am a water table. Honestly, guys, that's it. I don't know enough about a water table to actually give you good information on a water table, okay? I do know the downdraft systems. Reason I like the downdraft systems, no water, no leakage, no parts falling into water. That's it. Is it better? Guys, I don't know. Whenever you have water, if you're cutting thinner material, the water will keep the material from wanting to bow. If you've got a plasma table and you're cutting 14 gauge or lower, there's a good chance you're going to have warpage due to the heat that's inducted into the steel, causing it to warp. The water, it helps dissipate the heat, so you don't have the warpage, etc., etc. Most of the stuff for fitness equipment, I'm not cutting 14 gauge shit. I'm cutting stuff like this. I mean, thicker stuff. It just isn't, relevant to what I'm doing. So, and it's never been relevant to anything I've done on a plasma table, so I've always had the downdraft system. You don't have to worry about changing water. You don't have to worry about parts falling in water. Is it better? Like I said, guys, I have no experience with the other one. I don't freaking know. All right, and another American product here, Ironworker 100 tons. Edwards Ironworker. What do you think about this? One, it's a decent piece of equipment. Two, They want way too much for their damn pumps. 3, the damn pump isn't designed right for the damn motor. Okay? That's just what it is, guys. This is a all-American product. I wish I could support the hell out of these people, but I've got this look. I've got this idea. If you make a product in the United States of America and you want to offer and you want to get a premium dollar for it, part of your service to your customer is making a premium damn product. If you're not making a premium product, you're doing a disservice to your customers. You should not feel disrespected whenever a customer says, guess what? That sucks. All right, you can't see it here, but we have a pump here. It's a 2-stage hydraulic pump held on to a motor back there that is a 3-horse, 3-phase motor. This 2-stage pump is held on with 2 bolts onto cast aluminum. Okay? The only thing that supports that whole damn pump and this switch box off of this thing. So you've got a pump, switch box mounted on top of it, is all held off of 2 cast aluminum bolts. Guess what? It freaking broke. Of course it broke. It's gonna break. Anytime that you have a situation like that where that you're continually adding pressure, vibration, torque from the motor onto 2 cast aluminum brackets, you're going to break the damn thing. $1,400. Let me say that again. I'll say it slow. $1,400 for the pump. So at the time being, I've got the leak that's occurring because of the break. I've got it pouring over here. Now, other story. Supposed to send a brake for this, never did. That's like never showed up. Very expensive piece of equipment here, guys. And American made. It is, in my opinion, one of the fails in American equipment manufacturers. A lot of good things for it. Has it paid for itself? Yes. Can I complain because it's paid for itself? Yeah, because simple thing shouldn't been an issue. Okay? I'm sorry, guys, but that is a design failure that should have never happened. Let's go back over here to Lincoln Electronics. One of my buddies down the road sells 10-1. Miller versus Lincoln. That's one of the things that I hate about this thing is you have this, I can't remember what it's called right now, but you have the joints here that with minimal use, you have a lot of problems with the flex between the joints. Other than that, as far as the job it does a really good job. I can't really complain about that too much. Oh, we skipped this fella. This is a rigid vacuum cleaner. Yeah, it blows bull balls, to be honest, guys. Filter stops up within 1 use. Bag fills up. You know, if you vacuum next to anything up in it in the shop, you'll blow a hole in the bag, fill your filter up. It'll cost you $25-30 every time you vacuum the floor. Piss on that. I need to build another one, and I probably will in a future video. Yeah. All right, I'm going to flip you around here, guys. We'll go over some more stuff in the shop. I didn't realize we had so much stuff in the shop here to go over. Anyway, quick walk around or stroll through or whatever you like of the shop. If you got any questions about any individual products, ask, and I'll do some more videos. I could review stuff in the shop here for years, and yeah, let me know what you think. If you like this type of stuff, whatever, tell me. If not, tell me to. Oh man, Red Wing hammer. Our East Wing hammer. Need to do a review on one of those. Got a big story about those. Let me flip you around. Got a big story about those. Oh, a Stanley Chips. This is the old one, back from the U.S. All right, I'm going to shut up now. Take care, guys. If you like this type of stuff, let me know. If you got questions, holler at me. Take care.